team as they interplay. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And they had it easy last week. They jumped out to an early lead and then put it on cruise control from there.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
You look at this Baltimore defense.
They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Here comes the Rams punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes, that was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, this defense for the Rams, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
A throw over the middle, taken in. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Clark. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's 2nd and 8. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Right there.
Taylor will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit
Sometimes
better.
It's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. There he goes, left side. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They go play action here on first down.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Buying time to his left. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried to run through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown machine. He's going to get plenty of looks down here near the goal line, so if I'm on defense, I might start getting prepared to see his number called a couple of more times.
Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw.
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And still 2nd quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
A give. Dobbins trying the right side.
Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On play action, they'll throw.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Got a man. That's Ayuk.
And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Well, let's go. Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Blair. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Panther streak. Panther streak.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Being chased out left.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Ready.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
Touchdown! Jonathan Taylor. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards.
And it was all finished off by the Jonathan Taylor touchdown catch.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
2nd and 6.
Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now back to throw. And he'll find Sutton on the right side complete. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken from just outside the 30.
And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
They're going to look to throw, eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 48 yards.
And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
The kicker on for the point after
Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Breaks through the contact.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Rams going to take over late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play.
In trouble, and he's taken down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that
And now off to the races down the right side.
He's on his way.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? We see this a lot on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point attempt to come here.
Shot alert, chop, smash, smash. Bronco switch, Bronco switch.
He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going. I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Ready.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete.
Down the right sideline.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, That's trying to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. A give up the middle to Dobbins.
Fighting through. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
108 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Christian Harris
in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Back to throw here.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. He's to the 15.
A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
And he's done it just as James Lofton did in his career. Smooth.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Wan'Dale Robinson
there to make the grab.
And the Rams are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. That time, a 9-play drive.
And it was finished up by a touchdown catch from Wan'Dale Robinson. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Pat, 79 Broncos. Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Here we go.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Cup 19. Cup 19.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. I don't know,
to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. It's taken to the 26. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down.
They'll set up a throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Officially, it'll be a 68-yard punt return score. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
And the Rams now coming out on the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
2nd down and 3.
At the 47-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
They'll look to throw again.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter.
Here's a give to Dobbins.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
That's another Rams 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Fighting him off.
118 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. The 19-yard line. They'll look to throw.
Got a man. That's Ayuk. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. They'll set up to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you've got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Cortland Sutton, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Rams get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Steps away to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. Touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
from 8 yards out.
And the Ravens up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
Point after, right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passing we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
It's Deonte Banks with it.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. 23 yards, the final tally.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Here's Taylor again.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Flush to his... And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Point after here coming up. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner,
taking it right down Broadway.
Through the middle of the field, Brandon Ayuk.
And finally down at the 9-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Looking to throw.
Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge, maybe not counting.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Ravens offense back out there. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw here's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Forced out to his left.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. That is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Rams are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000.
On the ball, on the ball.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Ravens,
they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Southern California.